ladies and gentlemen, Evan Bourne has been knocked out. What is going on? Was it The Rock? Was it somebody else? Wow. Evan Bourne is out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and once again we come back with the referee down. Big Show may have intentionally clotheslined the referee and gets a wooden 2x4 and just beats the hell out of everybody. But now the Big Show's down and back up. Nothing much, just basically everybody going at each other. And this was the what happened last week. We had Undertaker, Edge, Big Show, and Triple H all in the ring, and then The Rock came out as your surprise opponent, and now these four are fighting off for a #1 contendership for a World Championship. Who will become #1 contender and fight Evan Bourne for the World Championship at Redemption? If Evan Bourne can even make it, our world champion is knocked out, ladies and gentlemen. He was found backstage by a referee, and the referee is calling EMTs, and the EMTs are taking him to the local hospital here in Indiana. So we will keep you updated throughout the night of what will happen with that. And ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, very big news. The general manager will announce the explosive main event for tonight. Coming up after that will be the main event. Whatever the general manager says will be the main event for the night, and I've heard it's explosive. They won't tell me what it is, but from what I've heard, it's huge. And now everybody's on the outside fighting. Big Show dragging Triple H and spears Triple H out on the floor. Dragging him over, possibly on the table maybe? And the Big Show throws him into the table, yes indeed. And oh my God, Triple H chance going through the crowd, and Big Show choke slam through the table onto Triple H as Edge and The Undertaker are facing off. And the Big Show just knocks down everybody as he's picking up the scraps of Triple H. Throwing Triple H into the ring. Knocks down the referee. Looked unintentional. Probably meant for that big shoulder block to go to Triple H as he's going out for another weapon. There is disqualifications, ladies and gentlemen, as Big Show is getting some adrenaline by hitting that chair across his head, and the Big Show is opened up. Triple H chance once again, going through the crowd, and a big boot to the chest by the Big Show, dragging him back as Undertaker and Edge are just wailing at each other outside the ring. Uh-oh, big chokeslam coming inside the ring to Triple H. Edge with a few chops to the Big Show, and the Big Show once again, as you can see, is busted open, and the Big Show throwing the Undertaker out of the ring. Throws Edge over the top. Kicks Triple H out of the ring. Tosses Edge back into the ring. Big Show is so big, he's just dominating everybody. Big Show with a scoop throat slam to Edge. Throwing Edge into the turnbuckle, runs right after him. A big club to the back. Big clothesline as Triple H is nailing the Undertaker onto the wooden steps, onto the steel steps. Let's go Big Show chants go through the Genesis Convention Center. Ladies and gentlemen, our attendance tonight is exactly 6,305 people, over 6,000 people to see UCW Episode 2 as the Big Show goes for a cover. 3, Undertaker just notices it and gets into the ring, but the Big Show is your new #1 contender. Big Show with an amazing win. He will face the world champion at Redemption. Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now, the general manager is going to announce the explosive main event here tonight. We're not taking a break until the main event. Well, The Rock will face the Big Show unless Evan Bourne can recover, and the main event tonight will be Chris Jericho and HBK inside what? inside a steel cage, and it's next, so stay tuned. Chris Jericho in street clothes looking for a fight here tonight, and as you saw earlier, The Rock will face the Big Show at Redemption for the World Championship. Now, Evan Bourne is still the champion. If he can make it to Redemption, he will then face the Big Show. If not, the title will be stripped and it'll be vacated, and The Rock and the Big Show will be determined as who will become the champion. Just amazing what's going to happen in these next few weeks. And the big main event, Chris Jericho is taking on Shawn Michaels, and Chris Jericho is defending his television championship. Not only is that explosive, but to make it even bigger, it's inside a steel cage match. Just amazing. Wow. What a night tonight. Inside a steel cage. What an explosive main event. This match has been off the charts so far. And a big kick by Chris Jericho. Or a big kick by Shawn Michaels onto Chris Jericho. Big punch. Big shoulder block. Oh yeah. Taking it to Chris Jericho indeed. Shawn Michaels is in wrestling attire but does have his shirt on. Never took it off as Chris Jericho's in clothes. Will that affect Chris Jericho at all through this matchup? Or will Chris Jericho retain his championship? If he is a true champion, he should. Another big shoulder block, and the big DX suck it sign to Chris Jericho as he runs into the ropes. Runs back into the ropes, and a big cross arm over neck breaker by Chris Jericho. Y2J versus HBK. These two have had such classic battles in the past, and now they're fighting again for the television championship. Big backbreaker by Shawn Michaels. Amazing. Big thrust kick. Goes for another kick. Oh, and gets it blocked by Chris Jericho, but gets it the third time. Oh, and Chris Jericho's all stumbling as Michaels necks up. Michaels with an armbar. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the only way to win a steel cage match is to escape the cage. No pinfalls, no submissions, nothing like that. You must escape the cage, either by climbing over it or exiting the door. Preferably climbing over the cage is more of a ballsy move to do. And big sweet chin music by Shawn Michaels as Shawn Michaels attempts to exit and escape the cage as he climbs up top. Shawn Michaels climbing up. What's Shawn Michaels doing? He's not going down. Big missile drop kick. The showstopper wasn't going to just exit the match like that. He had to come back. A big missile drop kick barely hitting Chris Jericho, and Chris Jericho is bloodied. He's busted wide open. Amazing right there. Shawn Michaels wasn't going to end this matchup, and he's making that wound even worse, throwing him into the cage. There goes that nice little clothing design, almost like a suit looking. Really good. The showstopper that Shawn Michaels is, once again going for sweet chin music. And it looks like Shawn Michaels has this in the bag right here. If Chris Jericho can get up from the sweet chin music. What's Shawn Michaels doing? Shawn Michaels again going for it. The second time. Shawn Michaels, sweet chin music once again. Shawn Michaels is rocking it here. Setting him up for something. Maybe he's going to go back to the top and fly off. Who knows? It looked like he was setting him up for some type of a move. Will we see here? And Shawn Michaels has a change of plans. Shawn Michaels, if he can hit the floor. Yes, Shawn Michaels is your new television champion. Wow. Well, we opened with an explosive match and we ended with an explosive match, ladies and gentlemen. Shawn Michaels is your new UCW television champion. Amazing. Beating Chris Jericho inside the steel cage. Join us next week, ladies and gentlemen, when we go to Kentucky for the first time for UCW episode 3. We'll be in Louisville, Kentucky for episode 4, and then Redemption in Michigan. So join us next week, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Ultimate Championship Wrestling. Good night.